Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video we are going to be going through all of the Dwarf Beast Tribe quests. But first, before we do that, we have to actually unlock it. This is the Beast Tribe for the crafters of Shadowbringers. So, let's get to it. Hello Mr. Dwarf. It's dwarfing time. Bugger, my beard! You scared the life out of me. Phew, for a moment I thought you were a hobgoblin. Seems being so far from Tamara has got me jumping at shadows. Hold on, I know you. You do? You're the one who was helping Ronit. As for me, the name's Rajit. I forgot to introduce myself before, but I was there when that off little lad gave us first proper lolly ho. What? You don't remember me? Sadly, I do not. In all fairness, the fact that you're covered from head to toe in identical outfits does make it a little difficult to tell one dwarf from the next. Well, they have their ways, and we have ours. Anyway, it's wonderful to see you again, Tesla. Brigitte was just asking us for directions. I'd almost forgotten about that. Actually, I was on my way to... what was it called? Crystal Town? No, that's not it. Something to do with crystals. Gah! Why can't I remember the starting name? You see, Ronnie is nowhere to be found. He did leave a note behind in Talmer, though. Yes, the letter. I have it right here. What's going on? Oh, he's very excited. Look at him. Look at him go. To whoever might be concerned, I'm off to the Crystarium to find my first and best friend, Tesla. If the chief asks where I've gone, I'll just make something up. The automata will take care of my work, so he should have no reason to complain. Oh, and don't forget to feed them while I'm away. With cola it is. Bye! Automata. That's what he says anyway. That boy must have mastered the fine art of good old-fashioned lolly ho, but that won't give him a very far from the Crystaria, whatever it's called. Who's calling me? Yee. Interruptions. Yes, and even if the opening pleasantries do go as planned, it's what comes after that matters most. He'd be the first to admit that polite conversation isn't exactly his forte. Since he went there looking for Cecil, maybe the two of you could go and find him before he gets into or causes any trouble. That reminds me, will Ronnie being away lead to any difficulties in the rock phosphate for grog arrangement between our villages? The Orehound ogre he built seems to be going about its work as normal, even without him here to operate, so I think we'll be fine for the time being. Alright, that settles it. We're up to find Ronit. Although I should probably point out that this is actually the first time I've gone more than a month or so outside of Tamara. I'm counting on you, so please try to keep the mishaps and misadventures to a bare minimum. Not that I'm scared, mind you. Oh, not one bit. Without further ado, let's make haste for the Christophorium. Oh, he's getting close. And we wish you both a safe journey to the Crystarium. Lord. Now, since I sped through all the quest lines just to get these unlocked, I don't remember anything. Plus, this was so long ago. This was still when I was still in the middle of doing the all the still of the main story. I gotta go to the airship landing, it looks like. From the airship landing, the Amara launch. I've never seen so many people in one place. Unfortunately, not one of them is our errant engineer. Where could he be? I wouldn't be surprised if he's whimpering in some corner, wishing he'd never come here. With all these big folks walking about, he's probably scared that one of them would trip over him. Well, slap my arse and call me a Foka. The second honest to God's dwarf I've seen today. Really? So where was the first? Over at the meeting, playing hide and seek by the looks of it. Maybe he was just lost. That's him. It's gotta be. Come on, Cecil, let's go grab and go nab him before he runs off again. There you are, Rajit. So this is the mean, eh? For the name, I thought it'd be full of scowling faces, but they all seem quite friendly. Anyway, where'd Ronnie get ready go to? Run off to? Whatever. Ha! Found him! No. So many of them. So sodden tall. I wish Cecil were here. Cecil detected. Cecil! Duh. Oi, watch it, short arse. So, when you heard that Cecil was staying in the Crystarium, you came here looking for her. That's quite the journey for one so young. Getting here was easy. Starting conversations was hard. Every time I try to give someone a good old-fashioned lolly, they look at me like I'm daft or something. Never mind all that. You found Cecil in the end. Or she found you, more like. Come to think of it, why were you looking for her in the first place? It's simple, really. I always thought Cecil was just a... I don't know, a helpful traveler or some such, but the chief tells me she's a hero who's risked life and limb to save the world. When I heard that, I thought it was only right that I'd do the same. Trouble is, I'm not sure where to start. But I'm not going back to Tomra until I find a way to prove myself your equal. And while I'm not quite much of a fighter, there are other ways I can help those in need. But because unlike the rest of my village who can't think beyond their next pint of ale, I've got big dreams, ambitions. Now, there's nothing wrong with a well-earned drink or 10 after a hard day's work, but that's besides the point. How can you hope to compete with someone like Cecil? You might be known as the greatest warrior this world's ever seen. But there's one thing I can do better than you: crafting. Ha! I'm a crafter too, you fluffy beard nincompoop. What? You must be joking. Why, Cecil's been putting her skills as a weaver to help run the main for some time now. Technically, that's not true because I haven't done any of the crystalline mean stuff yet, so that's a little untrue. trust me to make friends with one of those annoying people who's good at everything. I suppose there's no need to make it a competition, though. Why don't we, what's the word? Cooperate? There might be someone around here who needs our help. How about you, miss? Got anything that needs mended? Or anything one of my patented automata can carry out a few menial tasks? Where to begin? We did receive a report a few days ago of a caravan of merchants being attacked by roving sin eaters, not far from Sullen. While they were able to escape without casualties, they had no choice but to abandon almost all the produce they were transporting. Fair, it's only a matter of time until it happens again. Is there anything you can do? Sin eaters? Bugger that. This fetch-o-matic Megatoe might come in handy. A few extra spiky bits should do the trick. On second thought, it might take more than that. I'll need someone to use as a workshop to carry out some modifications. You mean to say you build these yourself? It certainly is imposing, in a way only a three-wheeled mechanical frog can be. Now, there's a fine compliment if I've ever heard one, I think. This example of dwarven engineering was lovingly crafted by young Ronit here. He's a descendant of the great blacksmith Watts, and well on his way to becoming a pride of Tomran in his own right. Yes, judging by the quality of his work, I can see why. In fact, I have a proposal. If you're wanting to lend us your expertise, we can arrange a space for you to use as a workshop. Really? When I say space, that's essentially all there is. We'd planned to build a storehouse near the hostile imperative, but we had to divert our resources elsewhere. It was never completed. It seems to me you'd put it to good use. After all, a friend of Cecil is a friend of ours. That's very generous of you, miss. I'll turn that place into a first-class workshop in 2 shakes of a newborn's beard. Excellent. I'll inform those of the imperatives so they aren't too surprised when automata start appearing out of the blue. I suggest you make yourselves known to Lorathia, who owns the land. She's a regular at the Clearmelt Springs, so try there first. Sounds like some meat and ingredients in order. I reckon it'll go a lot smoother if you're there to cover them for me in like the event that I put my foot in it somehow. I also have a no bloody idea how to get there, so lead the way. Lord. All right. Oh. Take a look, 'cause that's where we're going to be going. It's going to change drastically pretty soon. So this is Clearmelt, eh? Funny name for a bunch of rocks and a couple of ponds, if you ask me. More importantly, where's that Lorathia woman? Or person? You there, old crone! I'm looking for Lorathia. You know where she is? Call me an old crone again, I'll rip that silly beard off and shove it down your throat, you mouthy little gobshit. But if it's Lorathia you're after, you're looking at her. What do you want? Huh. Catless sent you, did she? She thinks you're alright, that's good enough for me. So tell me, what are you planning on making this workshop of yours? And don't go thinking you can impress me with a little technical jargon. I was an engineer myself, you know. I'm gonna modify this here automaton so that it can transport goods and keep them safe from sin eaters. Puh! It won't be transferring much of anything with those stubby little arms, let alone fending off attackers. And if it could store goods in its torso by the time it's done windmilling into the bastards, all those wares would have been shaken to buggery. Good luck to the poor sods who had to sell that. Yeah, but the windmill is the best part. Ronnie, the old woman has a point, you know. Most of the old, and I'll use that beard of yours to scrub the baths, but the rest of yours is still attached. So we need a way to carry as much as possible while striking sinews, for instance. That's it. Everyone gather around. Oh, look at that, it's a tank. Wicked white. It's so old, the ink's probably the only thing holding it together. The design's from the days before the flood, the brainchild of the great Wath himself, and it's a self-propelled transportation device, armed to the teeth, I call it. I can't get the name, I call it something or other. Its thick iron shell keeps the cargo inside safe and sound while the cannon blasts enemy attackers to smithereens. What an amazing coincidence that you've had the perfect solution in your pocket this whole time, even before you knew what the problem was. This ain't no coincidence. Ever since I found a bunch of blueprints in that tightly locked safe back when I was little, I've taken them with me wherever I go. I never know when Watts's ideas might come in handy. Of course, I'm not just gonna make one of these. Oh no, I'll make a whole bunch of them, and I'll send them all over Norveron. Soon everyone will see how great dwarven engineering really is. But this only shows how it should look from the outside, with no mention of the inner workings. Are you sure you can pull this off? I'd bet my beard on it. And to be honest, dwarven technology's come a long way since Watts' time. He probably didn't design the insides because there was no way to actually make something like this back then. Luckily, we've got my skills to bring Watts' ideas to life. I'll have a prototype up and running in no time. Listen, Ronnie, you're not the only one who knows how to swing a hammer around here. If we combine our efforts, we'll be ready even sooner. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. I must say, I'd be interested to see how this all turns out. I'll let you use my land, as long as you don't turn it into a smoldering crater. You won't regret this, but if we're to build a workshop, we'll need a few more pairs of hands. I'll head back to Talmar and round up some volunteers. Hold it right there. What's going on? If this place is gonna be overrun with dwarves, at least give me some way to tell you apart. How am I meant to know who's who if you all dress like that? Not sure if you realize this, man, but we dwarves don't exactly have extensive wardrobes. But in the interest of smooth running operation, I'll ask my friend Karu if there's anything we can do. So much for helping. More like bugger off back to Talmar and leave poor Ronnie to do everything himself. Well, you're still here, so you can give me a hand instead. Let's go and take a look at this plot of land, shall we? Seen better days. Welcome to the workshop, or workshop to be, I suppose I should call it. Either way, this is where Watts' vision would become a reality. Although I have to admit, it's not gonna be as easy as I made it out. Having you here does make the task seem less daunting, though. And even though I was a bit miffed at first to hear your crafting as well, steal my thunder and all that, I'm glad we got something in common. If you can lend me a hand between whatever it is the War of Darkness does over the rest of the time, it'd mean the world to me. So what do you say, Cecil? Will you help me? Why not? When the world needs is tanks, sweet tanks. Of course I'll help. Phew, I was worried we were gonna say no for a moment there. Now let's make some tanks. And before that, there are a few things we need to get in order. We won't get much work done without something at least resembling a workshop. First in the mood for helping, maybe you could rustle up some basic supplies. I've got a list of everything I need. Anyone with even a passing interest in handicrafts should be able to manage it, so I'm sure you'll be fine. As another example of my incredible foresight, I've already had the Fetch-O-Matic Mechatoad collect a load of random, and I mean potentially very useful materials on the way over. This should be enough. You somehow managed to bugger it up. Don't worry, we got plenty more. I'll take care of the rest of the preparations, so come see me when you're done. Oh boy. There you go. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting to be quite this good. Not showing off, are you? Meaning the mecha told to take care of the rest, so you go put your feet up and for a bit, and we don't want you taking all the credit now. Now watch this place transform. Man, the man works fast. It was just a rundown shack before. Now look at it. And there you are. Welcome to Watts' Anvil. The two of you did all this? I can't believe it. Is that you, Ronnie? Why, I hardly recognize you. Have you done something with your beard? Well spotted, Karut. According to the legends, Watts had a brown beard with white horns. Seeing as I'm his descendant, I thought I'd follow suit. Look at this place. It's a huge transformation. Now that we've gotten the proper workshop, we can start working on making that prototype of the rolling tankard. To tell the truth, I'm not used to having this sort of pressure. Still, I've got you and the others to go by to do the heavy lift essential tasks, so I'm sure everything will go exactly as planned. Speaking of essential tasks, I'll be handling the supply of various parts and whatnot, so come see me when you're ready to show off those skills of yours. Ronnie and his fellow dwarves have thrown themselves wholeheartedly into the newest enterprise, mainly to provide trundling death machines for the needy. Oh, what's this? Nice. And here's our new workspace. Drastically different. But yeah, once we're ready to proceed to the next rank, we will be back to do more. Alright, we're able to go to the next rank. So, what's going up? That's not who I wanted to talk to. You. You're the one I want to talk to, Ronnie. Not only are you talented, but hardworking too. You really made a difference around here. As for me, I've never made anything like this before, so it's taken a while to get the engine right. Who'd have thought making a tank could be so complicated? I reckon I'll have it worked out before long, but there's one problem. I've been struggling with the fuel. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to ask others if they got any ideas. Alright, let's go ask around. Alright, lads and ladettes. Ladettes, that's the first one. I've never heard that before. Seems that the cobalt or the cobalt coal we use for automata ain't gonna cut it. The tank's just too heavy, and even when it's empty. Never mind with a full load of cargo. course, making it lighter is an option, but we can't cut back on the armor or those sin eaters will rip through it like paper. And there ain't no point putting a limit on the amount it can carry, cause that defeats the purpose of it. Actually, I'm not sure it's a good time to mention this, but I get the feeling we're being watched. If one of those bastard hobgoblins has followed us here, I'll smash his bloody head in. What are you calling a hobgoblin? Ooh. Bah! I have no time to deal with underlings. It's the twice, nay, thrice cursed Ronit I seek. Ozog of Agog, a proud descendant of the great Watts. I challenge you to a test of skill with Watts' hammer on the line. What the hell are you talking about? If you're a descendant of Watts, I'm a two-headed Amaro. This blood flows through my veins, not yours. Besides, can't you see I'm busy? I'm trying to build a prototype of the rolling tankard. A what? I don't have a clue what you mean, but it sounds fascinating. Not that I care what any of you and your banner of dunderheads are up to. All I want is to challenge you and prove who's the better engineer. Surely your pride compels you to accept. Unless you're scared, that is. I ain't scared of nothing. If the showdown you're after, it's a showdown what you'll get. Not until I finish this tank. Of course, the quicker it gets done, the quicker you can put your skill against mine. Oh, I see what you're getting at. This is your roundabout way of asking for my help, isn't it? Huh! Judging by that sorry state of that, whatever it's supposed to be, you certainly need it. If this is what it takes for you to relinquish Watts' hammer, so be it. You shambling charlatan. Is that the sound of a pending disaster I hear? Probably. I assume you got at least some crafting chops to back up that mouth of yours. I'll have you know that even GOG babies can produce better work than that shoddy rubbish that passes for engineering in Tamara. Duh. And from what I gather, you've started building that tank of yours without even considering what sort of fuel to use. I'll be here until my next name day if I wait for you lot to find a solution for yourself, so I'll let you use GOG's secret formula, which is sure to work. Naturally, I'd expect something in return. Grog, and plenty of it. Maybe we can get some of the rest of us while we're at it. Nothing like a drunken buzz to increase productivity. Yes, definitely. But there's nowhere to get a decent brew from moms around. We lack the means to make it ourselves. Bless my beard, you call yourselves dwarves? Tell you what, I'll build you a brewing machine on the condition that I have grog from it whenever I want. Agreed? I'll need an assistant though. You over there, lend me a hand, would you? What? I've heard some convoluted schemes in my time, a few of them of my own, but this is something else. Well, as long as it doesn't interfere with my work, I couldn't give a hob's arse what she does. I think we could spare you from a bit, so why not humor her? That's a her. That's a her. I thought that was a he. I'll be installing the machinery at the top of those steps, so when you're ready to see a real engineer in action, just say the word. And if you even think about sabotaging to make me look bad, I shall be very cross. I thought I was building a tank, not a alcohol machine. Alright. Listen, I didn't just pick you at random, you know. I've been watching from afar and I've seen the way you work. While I won't go as far as to say I'm impressed, you're a cut above the rest of these talentless hacks. I'd be interested to see how you cope with working alongside someone with my caliber. While it is on the brewing apparatus, I'll have you produce a few basic components. As you can imagine, we'll need all manner of filters to remove any impurities, which is where you come in. I suppose you'll be needing raw materials, won't you? Let me see. I think there should be some in the automaton. Problem solved. The Thal's habit of carrying rubbish around with them actually paid off for once. Well then, what are you waiting for? I'm keen to show this bunch of reprobates what proper grog tastes like. And we're keen to do the tasting. Let's get to work, shall we? Lord. My materials! Since I don't really need high quality. Done, are you? Here you go. Took you long enough, but it was worth the wait. Now we're only a few simple steps away from producing lovely grog. Actually, I was hoping to try a recipe when I come up with that uses local ingredients. Huh, this ought to be good for a laugh. How about it tastes even worse than the usual dregs you thaws serve up. As long as we switch over to my recipe afterwards, I don't see them harm trying though. Ooh. These guys work fast. Look at that. Damn. Down the hatch. Under Ozog's watchful eye, Watts' anvil is not equipped with a fully functional brewery, an essential part of any tank building facility. Is it? Ooh, the tank's coming along. With the majority of the workforce now blind drunk, the next logical step is to begin producing large quantities of highly flammable fuel for the experimental war machine. That doesn't sound good at all. And that's a huge improvement to what we saw before with the big rock face. Look at that, a huge improvement. These thoughts suddenly have to seem to be joined the booze. I suppose I could do them the honor of passing a little across my palate. But by Watts' beard, this is incredible. In fact, I might even be better than the ale we make in Calmra. Though the recipe is my own invention, your brewing techniques are the key to its unique flavor, Ozog. Nice. I hope you don't mind me interrupting these knees up to discuss your side of the bargain, but what do you plan to do about my tank filet? Planning? Why, it's already been dealt with. Take a closer look. Looks like it's brewing vat to me. Ha! That shows how much you know. Behold, the patented GOG ethanol mill. By fermenting various forms of vegetation like dry grass and so on, then distilling it a few times, we're able to produce fuel that can be used in a range of machines. What do you think of that, you simple-minded simpletons? That's bloody brilliant! You started working on it before we even gave you your grog. You don't waste any time, that's for sure. It really is quite remarkable. I'd say our doubts have been laid to rest, at least as far as our skills as an engineer are concerned. Let this be the lesson to all you naysayers. But the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. And you'll see the true extent of my genius once you feast your eyes on the power of ethanol fuel. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. For all we know, the whole thing might blow up in our faces. But I suppose it would be poor form to not express my appreciation, so... Thanks, Ozog. Don't have to sound too enthusiastic about it. But if you're in the mood for giving praise, I reckon Cecil deserves some too. Yes, alright, I hadn't forgotten. Good work, Cecil. Ozog could have done it without you. Nice. All right, that is that rank. So I'll be back when I can go to the next one and continue our tank building efforts. All right, we are back for more. So Ronnie, what's up? It's time to work for our instrument part of the role in tank of design, the cannon. Me and the others have a few things to go over first, so come and join us in the usual place. Hurry this up. I'm trying to beat this before reset. And those bastard seniors won't get a chance to test our defense if we blow their heads off first. That's why we need a cannon. The bigger the better. Of course, there are no seniors back in Watt's time, but with the better thought and ingenuity. Hold it right there. Aren't you afraid I'll steal your secrets? And why'd you even invite me to the meeting in the first place? Well, you want me to finish building these tanks, don't you? Our reasons might be different, but we're working together towards the same goal. Yeah, regardless, you've already built the brewery, the ethanol mill, and shared a bunch of your secrets with us. You're on board now, whether you like it or not. I didn't agree to any become one of your lackeys. I'd come and go as I please. And how do I know this is all stuff that about seniors and some elaborate ruse? You could be building these war machines to attack Comra. Well, we weren't planning to, but now that you mention it. Oh, Zog, that's a little claptrap, and you know it. If we wanted to invade Comra, it would be easy as snatching his helmet off a baby, and we wouldn't need tanks neither. We just want to help people, that's all. Ain't that right? Sure. That's very noble, I'm sure, but I'm only here for one thing, Watts' hammer. But getting my hands on it means I have to help you your idiotic plan, so be it. Idiotic? That's what should come from you, and maybe you should wait till you have finished explaining about the cannon before you start judging. You mean to say the seniors won't run away if they're injured? What's his beer? What do we got ourselves into? Why injure them when you can kill them outright? They won't be getting up again if you blast them to smithereens. A nice bit of gunpowder should do the trick, and I wouldn't trust you thousands to blow yourselves into bits in the process. Satsu, you fought the seniors, haven't you? Got any suggestions? Bombarding with magic. A beam of pure energy will look pretty too. No, bombarding with magic from a distance usually gets the job done. Magic? I don't know about that, mate. I think hiring a qualified mage to go along with the ride will be expensive. But if there is a way to produce a similar effect with machinery, that would be worth exploring. The only method I could think of would be to charge a crystal with ether and release it all in one go. Though I hate to say it, but this is rather outside of my field of expertise. Why don't we ask the Rothia lady over at Clearmelt? She used to be an engineer. It's worth a try, I guess. I'd be feel a lot better if you came with me for more support. Okay. Trying to hurry this along. I'm running out of time. I don't think this is gonna happen unless I skip dialogue. Yeah, ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna go, Chief. I ain't gonna make it. Look, I got 10 minutes to reset. So unless I skip dialogue, it ain't gonna happen. If you think the guys are here, I was afraid I'd talked about myself, but here goes nothing. Old crone! Bloody hell, I see your manners have improved since last we met. Alright, spit it out, what do you want? I needed something to shoot a cannon with ether. You just wanted to fit the cannons with ether cannons, so you do have more than sawdust in your head of yours. Seems like a backhanded compliment to me, but I'll take that all the same. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who designed the crystal cannons lining the walls of the crystarium. Nah, you're pulling my leg. I've had a lot of strange coincidences lately, but that's not even remotely feasible. Wait, you're serious, aren't you? Of course I am. Alright. All I know is where this is leading, and you're just gonna send us to the earth for God's forsaken errand just to test the resolve, aren't you? Please don't. I have 10 minutes. No, you bloody idiot. That's not what I meant at all. Alright, teeth. That's slightly less perilous than I was expecting, but what does that have to do with anything? If you shut your pile, you might find out. My guess with our twin sisters whose supply caravans run the length and breadth of Norvron. Bye? You mean to tell me that you can make a profit on these tanks? I was planning to give them away for nothing. It's clear your friend's not much of a businessman, but so you better do the talking. I still have many things to prepare for him. Guess around, so give me a few moments, would you? God damn it. Alright, I'm ready to go. It'll take several minutes. Great, wonderful. That's the last thing I needed to hear right now. What a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Alright. Yes, we were rather hoping you'd help us with a little problem we've been having of late. Hordes of ravenous sin eaters. The two you and yours are presently engaged in the construction of some sort of vehicle? Yes. It transports goods safely while repelling all manner of threats. Well, that does sound rather impressive. If any seniors dare show up, the rolling tanker can deal with them before they get anywhere near. So you got waiting with words. Keep this up. God, it's one of these things. It does occur to me, however, that this seems awfully complicated. Those used to work the armor may struggle to operate these vehicles of yours. Just pull the lever and see what happens. The controls are manned by a purpose-built automaton. The more is a modern technology. Okay, that's a surprisingly good idea. Can you hurry this up? I'm running out of time here. If it all takes a matter of giving instructions to automaton, then you can do it. Quite an elegant solution, I must say. Alright! With all this being very intriguing, young man, I feel much more comfortable doing business with you if I could see your face. Ugh. You want me to take off my helmet, but... Dwarven law forbids it. Oh, beg your pardon, that was incredibly rude of me. We aren't too much or embarrassed unfamiliar with Dwarven customs. Clearly you are. Alright. You don't know what we would have done. Alright, how much more of this do I gotta do? Cause, this is starting to eat away at my time. We've covered most of the pertinent points. There is, however, one last thing I'd like to ask before we reach a decision. And your answer, please. Okay. Oh shit, I didn't see the... honesty. I didn't read the last bit. Oh dude, that's not quite the answer we're looking for. Okay, well. Luckily I've been able to ascertain that the cursor pest in abundance. That was a bit of a struggle, but we got there in the end. Nicely done. Thank God. Am I done? Of course, seeing is believing. Once the tank is finished, you should put on a demonstration. Lucky for you, I know the man. Okay. There's an automaton right there. Am I done? Please say I'm done. I'm trying to beat the reset timer here. Give this letter to ballistics. Okay. I'm just gonna skip in dialogue. I got 6 minutes for the reset. So I'll at least get one more. Oh, fuck me. It's in Crystarium. I'm gonna at least get one more quest so I can do it before the reset. Since I have 3 allowances left for this, well, technically it's yesterday, but still. Oh, god damn it. Where is that? Can I jump down from here, please? Greetings, what can I do for the fine evening? Here's a letter. Read it, give me your cannons. My god, more cutscenes! Please! I want your crystals, give me your crystals. I need the crystals for a cannon. And blow your bloody heads off, that's the plan anyway. That's ether-based firepower after just this like thing. Right behind me as it happens. This model is a mass-produced. Okay, just give me the crystal. I like the sound of that. I can't take credit of those crystal cannons though. Okay, just give me the crystal. This who do I refuse? And let's see if I can get copies of my crystal cannon blueprints. Pleasant surprise to take it. That's Larathia. Not to mention. Okay, 8. Good. Give me the crystals. Every senior tank puts down is one less soldier for our soldiers to deal with. Convenient for you. In the meantime, I look forward to hearing of your success. Alright. My thanks. You won't regret it. We got cannons to build. Off we go. So there I got 3 minutes. Alright, yep. Tank, I got the crystal. We can put something together. Yeah, I get it. Give me my materials! Shit. How a weaver is able to put cannon supplies together, I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. Ronnie, here's your damn supplies. Be quick about this. Look at all this. Once I build a fine-tuned cannon, the prototype tank will be ready. Alright, good. Get through this so I can pick up a quest before the reset starts. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. We got ourselves a tank! Alright, the tank is now all but complete. However, the marks being Ronnie's plans, it'll take more than a single tank to ensure the safety. Okay. Please, just end this so I can pick up a quest. I got 2 minutes. Thank God. Rank up. Thank God. 2 minutes to spare. Actually, 1 minute actually at this point. Alright, I beat the reset timer just by like 1 minute. But sorry about that. I was since I had 3 allowances left from yesterday, I wanted to use all of them. Oh, but yeah. Once we can go to the next rank, hopefully I won't be in a rush to read through all the dialogue, and we will continue going from there. Okay, we're ready to proceed to the next rank. So Ronnie, what's going on, buddy? I've been putting the prototype through its paces, doing a bit of fine-tuning along the way. I'm happy to say it's not complete. I reckon I probably could have done it all by myself eventually, but having everyone else chip in with the work of it definitely helped. If we can keep this up, Watson's end we'll be able to achieve world domination through technology. I need to work on that slogan a bit. You stole that from... is that Sid's slogan? He stole it from him. Alright, if we're gonna produce more rolling tankards, we'll have to find a way to speed up the process. Time for a meeting. Wasn't that Sid's, like, slogan? I'm pretty sure it was. We're almost ready to take over. I mean, save the world with our tanks. I hope you haven't forgotten about what's in store for you once they're finished. Of course not, but in the meantime, I got bigger fish to fry. You boy, what the hell do you think you're doing playing that consort with gogs? Bunch of stinking scruffy beards, a lot of them. Watch your tongue, Zemo. I'll pull it out with my pliers. Oh boy. Hobbs balls, it's the chief! And my chief's here too. So this is where you youngins have been off all this time. Explain yourselves and spare me any limp-bearded excuses. Wait, what is that? Behold the rolling tankard, one of the lost designs of the great Watts in the flesh. Well, in the metal, I suppose, but the point still stands. Yes, but what the bloody hells is it? Never mind that. What I want to know is how you got your grubby little mitts on Watts' designs. They're locked in an unbreakable safe. Unbreakable? Don't think so, Chief. I opened that back when I was a nipper, and I thought it's fun as keepers, so I hooked myself to the plans inside. You did what? Taking such revered artifacts without permission is strictly forbidden. I should banish a bloody lot of you. Steady on, Chief. I didn't realize that was against the rules. As for you, young lady, you better have a damn good excuse for this behavior. And I noticed that ethanol mill over there is of God design. If I find you've been sharing your secrets with the Thal, your life won't be worth living. You can't go replicating Watts' ideas willy-nilly. For all we know, this could be bringing about destruction to Tomra. In any event, his great works are far beyond the capabilities of you whelps. And to make matters worse, the God know all about it now. Wants to stop them building their own tanks and waging war on us. I don't like the sound of that. Maybe this weren't such a good idea after all. Stop sniveling, you two. I would want to design something like this if he didn't want anyone to make it. We're carrying on his legacy. If taking the plans is against the rules, why did no one here know about it? Surely someone would have said something to Ronnie if that's severe of a crime. Well, you'd think that being locked in a safe would be enough of a deterrent, but obviously not. Pucker my beard. Do I have to spill everything? Truth be told, I never thought anyone would break the solid lock like that. I didn't mean no harm by it, honest. Maybe if I explain why I wanted to build Watts' tank, you'll understand. You're cleverer than you look, Ronnie. I suppose it's no good having all that technology if we're the only ones who benefit from it. Well, let's make one thing clear. If you go producing a load of shoddy work, that Thal will be a laughingstock of Norvront. If you swear on Watts' beard that you'll do your proper job of it. We will. To prove that you can produce quality and quantity, I want you to complete 5 tanks by the next Beard Tide Festival. Think you can manage that? Yes! Should you fail, every Thal here will be sent straight back to Tomra. And that's not all. Ronnie must return to Watts' hammer. Those are my conditions. Don't disappoint me. We'll be holding a demonstration at the bottom of that over there on Beard Tide. Just you see. Only 5 by Beard Tide? Huh, want to make it 10. Challenge accepted. Ronnie, I've got something to take care of, but I'll be back soon. Suit yourself. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. The only reason the chief is giving me such a hard time is because he reckons I'm not up to the task. I've also got a sneaking suspicion he made up that rule and wants his plans just to make my life miserable. He can't bear the thought of me showing him up with my engineering. Looks like the only thing for it is to get those tanks built on the double. You see, Beardtide takes place roughly once a year, when it's time for the chief of Tomra to have his beard washed. You have a festival for that? What? Festivals aren't great. They suck. They sound like they suck. Judging by the state of it, I'd say we don't have long left. We need to have as many people working on the tanks as possible, and that means making the workshop a lot bigger. Of course, I've already come up with a plan, but I need you to bring me some supplies and all this. And this time, only your very best will do. Got that? You'll find everything you need in the Mecha Toad. All right. Give me my stuff. All right, gotta make this high quality. Again, I'm not sure how a weaver can craft workshop materials like this in this environment, but whatever. I think it's more strange is how a culinarian is able to literally cook up supplies. That's strange in and of itself. Okay, here's your stuff. Pokemon. Oh yes, very good, except for this slight impurity here. It should suffice though. Just joking, it's damn near perfect. This will go a long way to make the workshop bigger and better than ever. So, I don't know what we're expanding, but hopefully... One thing's bothering me though, I haven't seen Ozog since she wandered off. I heard from one of the others she's been wondering about something called Radisca's around. Since Chief Zamo almost bloody well banished me from taking Watts' plans, I reckon an even harsher punishment than serve for Ozog. I mean, I bet their chief didn't take too kindly to her giving away their secrets and building us an ethanol mill. Now I know what you're thinking. Look at that daft sod Ronnie worrying about a gog. Well, I ain't. I don't know if there's something I should be worried about, which isn't the same thing at all. It kind of is. And if there was, I doubt she'd tell me or any of the thoughts, so maybe you could have a word with her. Alright. Thanks, appreciate it. You can find out what her chief said, and if it's any cause for concern, I'd go a long way to put my mind at ease. It seems clear to me that you're very concerned about it. Oh, Zog, what's up, lass? Oh, it's you, Tesla. Is something the matter? What's up? Ronnie sent you to check up on me. Maybe he doesn't despise me as much as he'd have everyone believe. Oh dear, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. But so I didn't come down here to sulk. I just wanted to have a look around when the demonstration is due to take place. If anything ruins Ronnie's big day, I'll have to wait even longer to pit my skills against his. But if I'm being honest, there's a bit more to it than that. So that's the way you promised to tell the others. What's up? The truth is, I have no plans to return to Commerce once this is all over. In fact, I'd already made that decision the day I left, so it makes no difference whether I'm banished or not. I couldn't care less what the chief or anyone else thinks about me, as long as I can carry on with my engineering. The feeling of having an idea and seeing it come to life before your very eyes, it's indescribable. The thing is, as one of Watts' descendants, everyone has had such high expectations of me, even as a child. Build this, build that, craft me some copper rings. No, not those copper rings, the other sort. When the pressure got too much, I'd sneak away from my teachers to play with the junk I'd collected from around the village. Ugh. That's how I first met Ronnie. He was a few years younger than me. He still is, as far as I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is. That's not how life works. He can't like skip a couple years ahead of you, like snap a finger. But just like me, he was picking up pieces of scrap metal and imagining all the things he could make with them. When I went over to speak to him, I found we were alike as two peas in a pod. He loved to make things just as much as I did. In that brief time we spent together, we talked all about the ideas we'd had, and even made a sort of mechanical doll. As a sign of a newfound friendship, I gave him a GOG coin and promised that we'd meet again. But someone must have seen us. When I got back home to the village, my parents forbade me from playing with that Thal boy. Well, that was the last I saw of him. He was still young, I doubt he remembers any of it. But I always cherish the memories of that day. That simple joy of making something of for its own sake. Seeing Ronnie and his friends work together reminded me of how I felt on that day. I'd rather be here helping them build something that makes a difference to the whole of Norvrond than doing what is best for the GOG. And once that's over and done with, I'll have a chance to prove that I'm a better engineer than Ronnie and claim Watts' hammer. That is my true objective. Oh yes. Well, you got your ambition still. It's true. Well, I suppose I don't really need the hammer as such. I just thought a little competition would be healthy for the both of us. But I have the feeling that you're far too skilled to be taking orders from someone like Ronnie. Why are you helping him anyway? For the greater good! Wherever these talents and hands are needed, I will be there, because there's money to be made, presumably. Oh, for the monies! No, that was the route of the Blue Mage. We're not Blue Mages now. We are miners. Well, no, we are weavers! Wherever these talented hands are needed, I'll be there. Well, if the staggering level of incompetence around Watts' anvil is anything to go by, those talented hands of yours, we find no shortage of work. We all have our reasons for being here, I suppose, and it's not like anyone's forcing us to do this. I'm just glad to have someone other than those Boris Thalls to speak to. I mean you, by the way. Honestly, I can't see how they get anything done over in Tamra. Did you see the way Ronnie let their chief talk to him like into that ridiculous ultimatum? If they don't get those tanks finished in time, that'll be the end of Watts' anvil, and everything I've worked for will go up in smoke. And worst of all, I'll never get the hammer if Ronnie loses it in a stupid wager. Luckily, I have a plan, but I'll need some time to mull over the finer points. For now, let's get back to the workshop. Oh. Bit of history between these two. Personal development! Something that Alize wished she had at the end of Shadowbringers. Alright, so, what's gonna be expanded? I don't know what's gonna be expanded, so let's find out. That's not who I want to talk to. Okay, Ronnie, what are you gonna do? So, what'd you say? She just went to look over the demonstration site? Seems she wants us to pass Chief Zamolo's tests, even if it's only for the chance to challenge me for Watts' hammer. Main thing is, she's sticking around long enough to help with the tanks. But enough talk, let's get to work. Because if this doesn't go exactly according to plan, we're done for. Oh gods, I'm not used to this sort of pressure. Alright, so what's changing around here? Ooh, look at that! Ooh! Bit of hollowing out. Check this place out. What's up? What are you pacing around for? What do you think you can do to improve workshop? There's no way we can fail now, right? Actually, don't answer that. It won't take us anywhere near as long to build the other four tanks as it did the first, but we still have our work cut out for us. But I have to tell you, there's no sleep till we're done. Don't go thinking that excludes you. I'm expecting great things from you in the days leading up to the bear tide, so no slacking. Why not? You could use the help. Once the handle is now equipped with everything needed to produce rolling tankards en masse. But by the day of reckoning fast approaching, will Ronnie and his comrades be able to complete a column of tanks that meets Chief Samo's exacting standards? Look at this place now. It's a bustling workshop now. Nice. All right, cool. Nice, nice, nice. All right, take the rest of my quests. And now give me the last one. Where is the merchant? Where you at? There you are. Anything new? Got a frog, got a lamp, we got a minion, we got a thing. Alright. We are the band! That's achieving something right. Alright, that is going to be the end of... Why am I closing this out for? That's the end of this rank, so once we can go to the next one, we'll be back. Alright, we can go to the next rank, so let's finish up. Well, we can't finish the doors. Ronnie, we got a competition we gotta do, or a demonstration, so how do the tanks come along? I got some bad news and some more bad news. Which do you want first? Alright, I'll pick. For starters, I hear the chief's been spending more and more time checking his beard in the mirror. Okay. That can only mean one thing. It's almost beard tide. What are we gonna do? At this point, we'll never make it. That's the other bit of bad news. Some of the workers have turned tail and ran back to the village before they get any more trouble. Now there aren't enough people to handle production or bring raw materials. Rajit, Karu, and the others have already got at the breaking point. I even thought about asking Ozog for help, but I can't find her. Think, Ronnie, think! There must be a way. It'd be nice, without control will clear my head. Yeah, a quick trip to scenic Damsel should sort me out right out. Whatever you do, don't follow me! And if you think I might be eaten by hungry beasties, don't follow me. Yes, definitely don't do that. I'm gonna follow you. He definitely does not want you to follow him or Damsel, so let's follow him anyway. What the hell is Damsel anyway? I like how he ran like in the complete opposite direction. Trying to throw me off. Not gonna work. What are you doing down here anyway? Tell me not to follow, I'm gonna follow you. Huh. See, you don't understand my subtle hints. You see, I wanted to work with you, away with you from the others. It's a bit of a touchy subject, and I don't want to get discouraged from nothing. You're good at keeping secrets, ain't you? Sure. Phew, alright. Truth is, I'm finding it a bit much. The pressure, the responsibility. I've always been a loner, and nothing I ever did made a lot of difference to anyone else. Whereas it seems to me you're the opposite. By the sounds of it, people are always turning to you for help. Don't you ever worry you'll ever make some sort of horrible mistake and, I don't know, cause the end of the world or something? What's your secret? I just relax, let your talent. Just relax, let your talent do the work. I get by with a little help from my friends. Pressure is just another word for fear. I mean, that's kind of true. I get by with a little help from my friends. It's not all of us. You're right. I didn't get this far without my friends, and I'm gonna need them in the days to come. Watts' anvil ain't just a place, it's the people who make it what it is. Thanks, I feel a lot better now. And with the great Watts' blood flowing in my veins, there ain't nothing I can't overcome. Of course, I've got Watts' hammer as well, thanks to you finding it for me. Not that I ever use it, mind you. I'm keeping it safely hidden away until the day comes and I'm skilled enough to wield it myself. This thing? It's a normal everyday hammer, mate. Nothing special, but gets the job done. Point is, it gives me something to look forward to, a reason not to give up. Can't go disappoint my illustrious ancestor now, can I? Still, holding my own skills is all well and good, but if I really want to go down the history books, I gotta think big and think beyond what I'm capable of doing on my own. And with your friends like you, how can I go wrong? Right, I better get back to the workshop before I run out of steam again. I found my motivation, now all you need is a plan. And my own Aunt Watts would do at a time like this. Shame his expertise was an automata, not tanks. Now all I need is a plan. Automata. What's going on? The Megasonic Frog Boy! Regine and Karut, I thought you two was working. We just ran to a spot for eavesdropping. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, speed ahead of everything. I wish you'd say something sooner. You don't want to have, the burn on your own, you know. Let's share the load. Share the load. Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. Wait, what was the frog boy just said just now? I know it's just copying what we say, but I feel like it was hinting at something. Now all I need is a plan. Automata. That's it. What is... I see. Actually, we thought Ozog might be here too, but she's nowhere to be seen. Gog or not, we'll need all the pairs of hands we can get. Perhaps she's made her way back to the workshop by now. We should probably do all likewise. Oh. Alright. Let's go see if Ozog is at the workshop. See what kind of brilliant plan these guys have of cooking in their heads. Because they gotta get the tanks built. I don't know how many they built so far, but apparently they haven't built enough. Some foreign language being spoken in the Novice Network. Thanks to the frog boy, the way he seems forward seems clear. Come on, I'll show what I have in mind. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna use this space to build something that'll speed up production, but I can't do it on my own. That reminds me, I thought Ozog was supposed to be around here somewhere. Aw, did you miss me? She's about reinforcements! Look at this. Sorry to keep you waiting. I took liberty of inviting a few friends of yours. I knew it was only a matter of time before you needed my help. My skills don't come cheap, you know. Luke and I may not be engineers, but we're also not adverse to a bit of hard work. Yeah, it's just point out what needs to be doing and leave the rest to us. Really, considering all you've done for us, Master Ronnie, it would be our pleasure to assist you. You traveled all this way just to help me. Well, not you, Lorathia. You only live around the corner, but I'm grateful all the same. I'm so happy Alright, let's play and work that needs to be done. Not much time to do it. because for you, Cecil, just because all these people have shown up doesn't mean you're off the hook. Damn. Alright, just tell me what I need. Time to put my plan to action. By using a load of existing automaton parts, I'll have to be able to upgrade the workshop and build the rest of the tanks, even which is a small number of us. Still, there are a few things that need to be made from scratch, and I've got a whole crate's worth of parts I want you to make. Anything less than perfection and would blow up on our faces, so bring your finest work, alright? The Fetch-O-Matic Mecha Total will dish out whatever materials you need. I'm counting on you, Cecil. Alright, what do you want me to make? Give me my parts! Alright. There you go. Great work as always. I better put this use right away. There's not a moment to spare. Alright, what do we got here? Look at that, we got a conveyor belt. Nice, we got a conveyor system going. The day of reckoning looming ever closer, Ronnie has decided that it would be quicker to construct an entire factory, complete with automata and workers, rather than build 4 tanks identical to the one that is already completed. But Ronnie's mind moves in mysterious ways. For what Ronnie lacks in effective time management, he more than makes up with a more sheer stubbornness in the face of overwhelming odds. Perhaps this is what he has earned the respect and loyalty of his ragtag collection of friends. Well, it gets the job done, so can't complain. And yet, in spite of Ronnie's efforts, time refused to slow. Then that fateful day arrived. She'll be here any moment, and I still have no more tank to finish. Cecil, I have an idea. Come with me. We'll try to buy you some time. You get that last tank completed, no matter what it takes. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing down here? Oh, that's not my objective. That's just a stupid car. Never mind. What can you do? Jump them? Phew, I'm not used to doing all this running about. Here, take this. What are you gonna do? Blow them up? It's natural brew, an alcoholic beverage that doubles as paint stripper, and it's strong enough to knock out a bison. He'll leave these kegs in the road. Zamo was bound to help himself to a few swigs. Heh. Don't give me that look. You clearly don't know how a dwarf's mind works. Look, there isn't much time. There is the best I can come up with. Just put them over there and let dwarven nature take its course. Huh. Alright. The alcohol is set. We're ready to intoxicate a dwarf. That should do it. Now we wait. What? He's already here. I want to shoot Glag with him. And more importantly, did the nitro brew do its work? Clearly, a little too much. We're intoxicated. It must be my lucky day. Besides, it'd be a shame to let all that grog go to waste. Alright, for once, I agree with you, you old swine. Huh. Shut up, Pops. Bollocks. What did you say? Come on, Ronnie. They won't stay like this forever. What happened? Or wait, was I asleep? Yeah, I got drunk. My head feels like I've been stepped on by a Talos. Booze must have been involved. There's supposed to be tanks around here somewhere. Too little, too late. Yes, I noticed a distinct lack of tanks. I couldn't declare this contest well and truly. Not so fast. The hell is our alive with the sound of tanks? Ronnie? What? The bloody hells? The Roland Taker is at your service. Alright, victorious! What's wrong with you two? Aren't you gonna congratulate me on my hard-earned victory? No, we're bloody well not. Have you any idea what you put us through? Did I say my hard-earned victory? Of course, what I meant to say is our hard-earned victory. Yes, yes. Slip of the tongue, that's all. Is that any better? Well, honey, you did it fair and square. No underhanded dirty tricks. At least none that I'm aware of, you know. Besides the beer and the alcohol. Ozog, though I get to decide that your punishment concerned with falls, I will say this: you have demonstrated the superiority of GOG engineering, and without which those tanks would never have been seen the light of day. Listen, Chief, I didn't do this because I'm a GOG. I did this because I'm a member of Watson's Anvil, so stick that in your windpipe and smoke it. I was talking fallen GOG has got me reminding me of something important. We don't often talk about this, but when I were a lad, my chief once told me that Thal and Gog were once part of a single tribe. I ran into that when tribe was born a boy. His name was Watts. He was blessed with a curiosity and imagination and abundance, and grew up to become the greatest inventor our kind has ever known. But sadly, the automata he created caused a rift in our people. Some wanted to use them as workers, while others used them as tools for war. Pah! And we all know how that ended. That limp-bearded Thals, content to dig their holes and till their soil, and the mighty gods crushing their enemies and sowing the fields in their blood. Glory to Kamara! Pox on Kamara! A pox? Is that the worst you Thals can muster? I mean, Kamara did take a pretty significant blow against the actual automatas from near, so you know, your tools award didn't really help you there. Stop squabbling, the pair of you. I want to hear the rest of the story. Yes, as I was saying, Watts was beside himself to think that his beloved inventions could lead to so much strife. He locked away the rest of his designs so they could never bring harm to his fellow dwarves. And those designs included the tank. It all makes sense now. No wonder he didn't want no one finding him. But if I hadn't opened that safe, somebody else would have eventually. How did you open it anyway? It was locked tight. Well, that was a long time ago, so I'm not quite sure. But I remember I used a coin. One given to me by a GOG, I think. That coin! That's the one I gave you. I mean, you're that GOG girl from all those years ago. Maybe this is how Watts planned it all along. His descendants working side by side. And weren't the technology that were at fault? It was those dwarves and our bickering when caused us to live apart as Thal and Gog. But now one of Watts' ideas might build a bridge between us. Oh, shut up, you daft sod! You think this is all it takes to wash away generations of bad blood? Pah! But on the other hand, we Gogs admire Watts as much as you Thals. If you're right, which would be a first, it's worth some thought. Trouble is, it all seems a little too convenient. The coin, the chance of reunion, all the other coincidences, and there are probably a load more I don't even know about. What are you looking at me for? Luck is what happens when the preparation meets opportunity. You see, all the coincidences in the world won't do you no good if you ain't got the gumption to make the most of them. Something Ronnie Ozog gives having spades. Right, that's enough out of me. I'm off for a pint at the Crystarium on my way home. And if you two think this is the end, think again. 5 tanks is just a start. It'll take more than that to solve the world's troubles. Alright, I hear you. Now bugger off and let's get on with it. That's funny. I thought those two were enemies. Probably got more in common than they realize. Anyway, it's time we got back to the anvil. I mean, you can have a friendly rivalry with someone and still be friends. Though, I don't know if friendly is the term I would want to use for the Gogs and Thals, but that's just me. Okay. Ronnie! You and Ozog bought me some time, did you? Should have brought a bit more. Should have bought a bit more, by the sounds of it. Just joking. If it weren't for you two, I would have never done it. Have made it. I suppose that's that's what Watts' anvil is all about. You lot working your arses out to make me look good. Something like that, anyway. I don't know about that, but okay, whatever. But it's like the chief said, a measly 5 tanks ain't gonna right the world's wrong. So I reckon 500 ought to do it. We better get back to work. No slacking. Guy's got a goal. He's got quite the demand to fill if he's gonna make 500. Nice. Which means I can get my own tank. Nice. I got new tanks. I got that too. There's the tank. There it is. Yeah. Nice. All right. Let's turn these in. All right. And that's gonna be it for this rank. So once we come back, once we can go to the last rank, we'll come back. We'll wrap up the dwarves, and that'll be it. So yeah. All right, we're here to finish off the dwarves. So Ronnie, what's going on? Thanks for the memory. Just who I was hoping to see. Lolly ho to you, Cecila. Raleigh who? Aha! Fine lolly ho if I ever heard one. Since the last time we spoke, we've been busier than ever. Our first paying customers, Irova and Kobelva, have already started using rolling tankards to ferry their goods about. So far, there have been no reports of any horrendous accidents or anything, which is a relief. We'll be aiming for the same high level of quality for the rest of the tanks, and thanks to our new friends, word's been getting around fast. Orders have been flying in thick and fast. This is going to be better than I dared to dream. This calls for a celebration. Of course, it wouldn't be the same without all the others, so I'll go around and gather them up. In the meantime, why don't you go over to the Clearmount and wait for Lorathia. Alright. Have a nice relaxation by the hot springs. Oh, I see you're the opposite of what they call fashionably late. Since you're here, you can help me get everything ready. I'm fashionably early. Look at this feast. Ha! I'm surprised you resisted the temptation to start digging in before you got here. I ain't bet you ain't never seen a feast like this. We've got the best grub Norvron has to offer. Ulysses and Sai Luke even brought a keg of their famous ale over from Wright. But how did they carry carry something so heavy all this way? Yeah, I hear you cry. Yeah, that's right. By tank, of course. Yes, those things might be armed to the teeth with some of the world's most advanced weaponry, but as what they carry that makes a difference. People across the land can get what they need when they need it. Not to mention a few of life's luxuries too. It seems all our hard work has finally paid off. To think that Riot has at long last been able to produce its own ale again. Thanks to you and Ronnie, we've had the best barley crops in years. Even our very first batch has earned the approval of our village's most demanding beer aficionados, and due to that much improved quality of the soil, we have begun growing our own fruit, the juice of which we brought for the younger ones in the teetotallers to enjoy. Teetotalers, whatever that word is. Alright everyone, it's time for a toast. So raise a tankard of ale or a tankard of juice if you're mulling whelp like Ronnie. Watch it, Ozog, or you'll be wearing that drink of yours. The continued success of Watts Anvil and all of our friends. Cheers! The years of struggle and adversity seem to dismember the inhabitants of the forest as he strive for a better tomorrow. In particular, the dwarves of Kalisha will have a vital role to play in the days to come with their ingenuity and indulgence, paving the way to unlimited possibilities. Even after the dishes were cleaned away, the celebrations continued. Shay there, Mish. You don't seem drunk in the slightest. I would just like to Shay. He's falling asleep. Oh, Karut! At least finish your sentence before you fall asleep. I think what he means is we all owe you a heartfelt thanks, especially Ronnie. Before you showed up, he wouldn't say boo to a goosh. The hell's that supposed to mean? But now he's turned into a great leader. Must be following your example. We know you've got other people out there who need you, so it would be selfish to expect you to stay. But we're grateful for the time you spent with us. It means a lot. It really does. And if you're passing through, be sure to pay us a visit. Anyway, we best be heading back to the Anvil. Safe travels. Oh, and make sure you say goodbye to Lise and Shy Luke before you leave. They've been meaning to speak with you. Drunkard talk. What's going on, guys? Oh, there you are. Ulysses and I were just talking about you. We were wondering if the ale was to your liking, and then it occurred to me that you may not even drink in the first place. Do you, partake in the odd tipple? No, never touched stuff. I've been known to wet my whistle on occasion. You can't buy love, but you can buy alcohol, which is better. I don't know about that. Yes, and no doubt the volume varying in accordance with the nature of said occasion. A happy one such as this calls for more than a mere sip or two, I dare say. Can I say, sighed Luke, how wonderful it is to see you in such high spirits. You're like a changed man. A change we have you to thank for, Cecilla. Considering all you've done for us in our village, I cannot imagine really how we will ever repay you. So if there's aught you need, just say the word. My sentiments exactly. I dread to think that what would become of us without your intervention. Yes, and we owe you a debt of gratitude to Master Ronnie as well. Thanks to him and his automaton, my father's dream has at long last come true. If we take a leaf out of Ronnie's book for combining ingenuity with hard work, there is nothing we cannot achieve. Maybe the next time you come to write, we'll have something new to show you. Our doors are always open, so don't be a stranger. Oh, I almost forgot to ask, but have you spoken with Ozog? It seems there is something she would like to discuss with you. Everyone wants to have a chat with me. Have you eaten your fill, Cecilla? I'm sure she has room for some more. You would try these regulars from Amarang? If you can pluck up the courage, they're quite delicious. No, I'm good. I had one to find and it wasn't that great. Yeah, I can't get enough of them. Just thinking about them is making me queasy. Come on, live a little. It's like I always say, youth is wasted on the young. Yes, that'll be more of a waste if a gifted engineer like me chokes to death on some god's forsaken worm. I gotta look for after myself if I want these plans of ours to come to fruition. Anyway, Larathia, I'll bet your best years are still ahead of you. In fact, why don't you come and help without Watts' anvil? It's gotta be better than drinking tea and soaking in the hot springs all day. When you get to my age, you'll learn to appreciate things like that. You mark my words. Still, I want to let my skills get rusty. I suppose I could pop over and do a spot of welding from time to time. Actually, Sessa, there's something I want to say to you. For most of my life, I've been living in accordance to others' expectations, not thinking about what I want. But thanks to you, I made up my mind. Like you, I'm going to pursue my own goals, my own dreams. That's why I've decided to carry on here, where I can express myself and be who I want to be. Rather than waste my life by being bound by traditions and rules, I want to be free to go where I please and do as I please. But don't you want to go back to your village? All the thalls here will have permission to travel between Tomra and Anvil whenever they want. What about you? Well, it's not as though I've been banished. Not yet, anyway. Oh, now you are. I can hardly go back to Tomra now, can I? From this day forth, I am no longer a Gog. I shall live only as Ozog, descendant of the Watts himself. I won't answer to no one. We have a face to look at. Ronnie, it's just... But you... You can't just take off your helmet like that. It's indecent. I think he's getting fussed with the sight of a pretty girl. How can you expect to beat me in the battle woods if he turns into a babbling buffoon every time I take my helmet off? Watson's hammer is as good as mine. That reminds me, I should get started on my next creation and prove my superiority once and for all. Time to head back to the anvil. And it looks like I might be joining you sooner rather than later. You young'uns have brought me some much needed excitement, and I can't wait to see what you'll come up with next. Alright. That Ozog, ain't she got no shame? Just because she won't go back, she don't want to go back to Calmer, there's no need to expose yourself like that. I know you ain't a Thal or a Gog, so I don't expect you to understand, but you agree with me, don't you? This is the worst thing that's ever happened in Lakeland, the worst thing. You should take your helmet off too, you might find it liberating. What? No, absolutely not. Never. I'd never lose my whole damn head. I'd rather lose my whole damn head than remove my helmet. This is all Ozog's fault. She needs a bloody good talking to. But that can wait. Bugger it. I can't remember what I was going to say now. It's something about thanking you or whatever it was. Well, I suppose I should express my gratitude for sticking with me through thick and thin, even though it looked like this whole plan was going to blow up in my face. I know sometimes I can get a bit jealous of you having so many talents compared to me, being the savior of the bleeding world and all that. But I know you ain't doing it to steal my thunder. You're just trying to be a good friend, and you are the very best. Bloody hell, let's keep this up and I'll start bawling like a newborn. Anyway, else the struggle to get these tanks might be over, but me, Ozog, and the others will be carry on here. So if you feel like showing off those skills of yours, you know where to come. In the meantime, best of luck saving the world or whatever you'll be doing. This place is in good hands. Nice. Any new stuff I can get? The lamp. That's new. Oh, it's tabletop. Oops. Oh, I think I already had that. Alright. Nice. I got a dance. The lollyhop, which is what they're doing over there. Alright, and that is the end of the Dwarves. Now, unlike unlike Stormblood and Heavensward, where there's like a big wrap-up finale with all the beast tribes, there is none for Shadowbringers. Most likely probably due to COVID-19 pretty much putting everything in a standstill last year in 2020. So unfortunately there is no big wrap-up quest. It sucks that there isn't. I'm kind of hoping they will make one in Endwalker, but I'm not gonna keep my hopes up for it. But yeah, that is the end of the Dwarves, and that is the official end for all of the Shadowbringers videos. This is the last video for Shadowbringers. So when we come back, we will be in Endwalker. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the new expansion. Later.